I would like to start by thanking my fabulous team. Amanda, where are you? Catherine, Brennan, Ashley Han, Benjamin, Jack, Anita, Alicia, Yvonne, Justice, and Zaina. And of course, I would like to also sincerely thank our amazing volunteer from Vietnam for the past 6 days, Hiam, Chao, Nguyen, Trang, Ngan, Hang, and Jessica. And not forgetting the fantastic support team from the JW Marriott Hotel who has been taking care of us. Thank you everyone for this amazing experience. Good afternoon to all of you. And with a heavy heart, this will be my last time addressing all of you in this beautiful ballroom. Here we are on the final day of the conference. As you are aware, the future holds tremendous potential, limited only by our imaginations and the choices we made. The choices made by people in positions of influence will have a profound effect on tomorrow's world. And all of you will be the people in positions in the future. Hence, the character of leaders and the quality of your leadership is crucial. The ultimate determinant of the shape of tomorrow's world will be this quality of leadership I'm talking about. Not social, not technological, not economic, not environmental, and not political forces, but the force of leadership. While the five formal forces will influence the world of tomorrow, it is the leadership that will give it shape and definition. It is your leadership. What kind of leadership do you think may be required in the world of tomorrow? A world where ancient religious culture clash with modern world society, and advances in artificial intelligence clash with humanity, or a world of national borders yet digital nation in a constant flux of uncertainty and compounding complexity. Is it reasonable to suggest we need a different kind of leadership from what we have today? Do we have the quality of local, national, and global leadership we will need to effectively navigate this fast-moving world? Ian Bremner, the preeminent geopolitical strategist, writes that we are in a world without global leadership. He believes that the world is undergoing a tumultuous transition. One is especially vulnerable to crises that appear suddenly and from unexpected directions. Over the next decade, and perhaps longer, a world without leaders will undermine our ability to keep peace, to expand opportunity, to reverse the impact of climate change, and to feed growing populations. The effects will be felt in every region of the world, and even in cyberspace. Then, the next burning question is who will lead us through? This question has been reiterated over and over again in forums, conferences, and conversations around the world. Yes, who will lead us through? And to these questions, we repeatedly return because there's no way of getting away from it. The answer is you, and you. Each of you is unique. Some say to change the world, first change yourself. To me, to change the world, first know yourself. And from Aristotle, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Self-awareness is the number one area that we need to tackle. Why? Without self-awareness, you are not sure the path and the directions that you want to take. You will be asking yourself questions including, is it what I want? When you are aware about yourself, you have a whole new meaning to the purpose of your long life as a leader, as a servant leader, as a human-centered leader, as a mindful leader. To be self-aware, you need to know what are your strengths. You probably heard these questions dozens of times before. What are your strengths? And what are your weaknesses? Let me elaborate more on strength. To develop a strength in any activity requires certain natural talents. So how does talent look like, or even sound like? Talents are your naturally recurring patterns of thought, feeling, or behavior. Notice again that talents are naturally recurring patterns. It should come easily to you. For example, some people are musically inclined, and unfortunately, I am not one of them. Sorry. Next, your strength should consist of two other components, which is knowledge and skills. Knowledge consists of the facts and lessons learned. Skills are the steps of an activity. Do note that your talent is not your strength until you take the responsibility of working on the knowledge and skills component. The reason why I have included the understanding of strength on the final day, because I observe too many young people give up, disillusioned, burned out in their humanitarian journey. Many have failed to focus on what they're really good at and were just too eager to jump into actions. If you've been inspired to transform the community, just like our invited speakers, you must equip yourself. By a raise of hands, how many of you took a flight here to Vietnam? Took a flight here to Vietnam? Okay, very good. Did you notice that before the flight takeoff, there is a safety flight briefing? And during the briefing, passengers are reminded that during decompression, the oxygen mask above your head will drop, and you will have to put on that oxygen mask first before helping other passengers. Yes, put that oxygen mask first on yourself before others. This simple analogy reminds me that if any of you aspire to be a change maker or reach out to the community in need, you need to prepare yourself for the role. You need to be able to equip yourself so that you could truly contribute in a meaningful way. Meaningful contribution. Why are they important? For me, meaningful contributions are important, as I have shared with you during the opening, and I have constantly shared with my team that, number one, if you have a roof over your head. Number two, so long that you have food on your table every day. And number three, if you have a privilege of having an education, then we have to be responsible to those who have none. And I thought it would be useful for those of you who did not attend the workshop of taking actions. And here, I'm going to list down 10 things that you could do based on your own capacity. When you return to your country or back in your university, you could, number one, use your public speaking skills to be an advocate or bring awareness to a certain issues that we have discussed during this week-long conference. Number two, use the time that you have to provide tuition to those less privileged children. And number three, you could use your knowledge to work on your research project to come up with innovative and affordable solutions to the global poor, such as weather-resistant crops, safe drinking water, cheap solar energy, renewable energy. Think about that. And for business students, you could use your marketing skills to fundraise for a worthy cause. And maybe some of you could help us to sell a USB for fundraising. Why not? And of course, number five, you could use your leadership to influence more people to reach out to the communities. And number seven, use your creativity. I know young people are very creative. Use your creativity to get more people to be involved in this global movement in social change. And use your connections to connect people with the communities in need. And use your talent to add value to others. You could join us, be part of the organizing committee for the next USLS. And use your strength to bring about tangible changes. And lastly, and more importantly, use your heart to serve with humility. Serve in your own unique way. Serve because you want to as a servant leader. Serve because you want to as a humanized leader. Serve because it is our responsibility. Do what you are good at, what you are passionate about, not what others are doing or ask you to do. You will burn out faster. Work on self-development with the objective of benefiting others. Purpose of life is to be able to contribute in a meaningful way, to be able to make a difference, to be able to responsible to the world, for the world have given us so much. You are responsible for your own learning. Before I conclude, I would like to just share one personal story with you. About 10 years ago, I was given an inspirational poem on my first day of work. I paid little attention to it then, and when I got it, I just filed it very nicely on one of my files, and I put it aside. Flashback 3 years. I heard a beautiful poem by one of the speakers at the USLS, and I was just thinking, wow, that is really motivating. That is powerful. And I wonder, where did the speaker get the poem from, or the inspiration quote from? Not realizing it, that I have it with me all these years, until I was unpacking when I was shifting to a new place. It goes something like that. when things go wrong, when they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, and every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about, when he might have won, had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the cloud of doubt. And you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. When the things seem worse, you must not quit. The reason why I'm sharing this personal experience is life could present us in a most unpredictable way. Treasure what you have. Look at the person next to you. Treasure the time that you have spent with each other. Treasure the friendship. Treasure the journey of making this world a better place. Your humanitarian journey will not be easy, but I can assure you 100%, it will be rewarding. Equip yourself. Work on your strength. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with positive people. Be an authentic leader. Be you. If you want to be others who want to be you, be an authentic leader, be you. And with that, thank you, delegates. And this has been one of my best USLS. God bless. Thank you.